Imagine a planet basically made of cotton candy. It's twice the size of Jupiter, but weighs almost nothing at all. Now, picture a black hole so small it could fit inside your city, but so incredibly heavy it would crush our planet instantly. The universe is completely obsessed with extremes. Today, we are tearing up the rulebook on size and looking at the absolute smallest and largest objects out there. Let's start with something we deal with every single day: gravity. Gravity is the ultimate sculptor in space. If a rock gets heavy enough, gravity squishes it from all sides into a perfect round ball. The absolute tiniest object we know of that actually pulled this off is a moon of Saturn called Mimas. It is only about 120 miles wide, which is roughly the driving distance from New York City to Philadelphia. Anything smaller than Mimas just doesn't have the gravitational muscle to pull itself into a sphere, leaving those smaller objects looking like bumpy space potatoes. Now, you would probably guess that adding more weight to a planet makes it physically bigger. It makes sense on Earth, but space completely flips that idea upside down. Think about brown dwarfs, which are essentially stars that never manage to catch fire. One of them, called Gliese 229b, weighs 20 times more than Jupiter, but if you measured its waistline, it is actually less than half of Jupiter's size. Its gravity is so strong that it crushes all that extra weight into an ultra-dense ball. On the flip side, we have what astronomers actually call super-puff planets. The reigning king of this fluffy category is an alien world named WASP-17b. Physically, this thing is huge, almost twice as wide as our own Jupiter, but it is practically empty inside, holding only half of Jupiter's actual weight. It is like the universe decided to make a giant marshmallow of a planet. It proves that just because something takes up a lot of physical space, it doesn't mean it has a lot of mass. This weird shrinking effect gets even crazier when you look at stars that have died. A normal dead star leaves behind a glowing core called a white dwarf. The bizarre rule here is that the heavier these cores are, the smaller they actually get. A lightweight white dwarf might be the size of Earth, but a really heavy one gets squished down to the size of our moon. And then you have black holes. We recently found one born from two dead stars crashing together. It packs the weight of almost 3 suns into a single dot you could drive across in an hour. To find the truly giant stuff, we have to leave our neighborhood entirely and look at massive galaxies. We live in the Milky Way, which feels huge with its hundreds of billions of stars. But way out in deep space, there is a monster galaxy called IC1101. If you dropped this giant into our local group of galaxies, it would completely swallow the Milky Way, Andromeda, and absolutely everything floating between them. It is a sprawling cosmic city that makes our entire galaxy look like a tiny village. Yet even that monster galaxy is nothing compared to the biggest things we have ever seen. Galaxies do not just wander around aimlessly, they cluster together, forming a massive cosmic web across the universe. The ultimate champion here is the Sloan Great Wall. This is a massive chain of galaxy clusters strung together, stretching for a mind-blowing 1.37 billion light-years. The light we see right now from one end of this wall started its long journey toward Earth before plants or animals even existed. When you really think about it, the universe completely breaks our human brains. We are stuck on a medium-sized rock, trying to understand a reality where planets can be as fluffy as clouds, and structures can stretch for 1 billion years. From moons the size of a simple highway drive, to walls of galaxies that dwarf our wildest imagination, the cosmos is packed with mind-bending surprises. It proves that no matter how much we think we know, space will always have something way bigger or way smaller, waiting to totally shock us.